deep breathing.
This might be if the last 3 years got us off drinking, this might be the thing that gets me off, like,
Eating?
fried or breaded foods.
Oh, I mean, it could be. Happy DocMas residents, and welcome to the Dr. DC podcast. My name is producer Richard, and across from me is Doctor himself.
Hello.
This year, like each prior, we will be releasing an episode for every day leading up to the 12 days of Christmas.
The energy is so much lower than the previous episodes.
Hey, you're listening to the Dr. DC podcast.
It's 1 a.m. For those of you making the long drive home after a late shift. Here we go. We've got a brand new track from our very own smooth, sultry voice, Barry White. Wow. Great, yeah. Barry White.
It's because I started going into I had the time of my life. And I was like, that's not Barry White at all.
No, it's really not.
I'm so in love with you.
That's a good one. Can't get enough of your love, babe.
Yeah, that's nice. Hell yeah. I hope you're eating nuggets there at home.
Oh my god.
I really hope you're not. You don't do this to yourself. Make better choices. No, eat it. Oh, you got a little tiny one.
Listen,
son of a bitch.
Listen. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Let's I don't know, let's get into some questions. We're going to Facebook.
Going to the face and the book. Going to the Facebook.
That's right. Less belligerent and just depressing now.
We got all of this nice new equipment, and for this,
you can hear every bite of depression.
You can hear our like will to live slipping away.
I know, that was just
These mics do pick up a lot.
Yeah.
It's picking up my inner monologue. I'm like, how did I get here? Should I go back to business school? Like
all right. First question.
All right, let's do it.
This is so much harder because we've just so many nuggets to eat.
I know.
Comes from we've only just done.
It's the fucking chewing. It's so funny. It's so funny. Oh. Just so many. We still have 3 more episodes after this.
Oh no. And we've not got no guests to like pull us to the next one where we're like, well, we have to be at least here for the guest.
Yeah.
Dan Dunn asks, what is Killer Croc's background? Has it changed much over the years?
Fuck, damn it, I didn't chew fast enough.
And these ones are so dry because they were sitting in the oven. My wife didn't take them out of the oven once it went off. So they're warm, but they're just completely dried out.
Okay. Waylon Jones, Killer Croc. I think initial versions of him, it was much more that he wasn't like actually a crocodile. He was like a guy with this sort of skin condition that sort of gave him this sort of monstrous look and this scaly skin and gave him this sort of like hard, durable kind of exterior and stuff like that. I'd say the thing that really changed for Waylon Jones is as time went on, the more it was like, not only was it like more of a metagene mutation where he was like kind of actually a little bit crocodile, but it was also that his personality started going more and more reptilian, where it's like now he lives in the sewers. Now he, now he breathes underwater. He's a great swimmer. He'll eat flesh. All these kind of things sort of piled on each other over time to the point where like there are versions of Killer Croc that are like fully not human.
And there's like versions like Suicide Squad where it's sort of a combo.
Suicide Squad is sort of the in-between. Like, visually, he looks more human than he does in a lot of properties, but he still does the, like, he can clearly breathe underwater in that movie. He also has the, like, I lived out here, y'all are just tourists. And, and he swims away really fast. Like, it is kind of the hybrid thing a little bit there. I mean, there's something I appreciate about that original one, because it sort of fits with the Batman thing, where the villains are mostly people, but someone outcast. He's got this skin condition. He ends up as, like, in a freak show in a circus, like that. Like, you have that sort of tragic kind of thing. You're like, that's definitely a Batman villain. But there's also something kind of fun about these ones that maybe have a little bit more sort of fantastic or monstrous or sci-fi kind of quality to them. And I mean, I think maybe I like the sort of halfway. I don't like him being, like, fully a croc. Like, I don't think he should ever really be like a king shark, where it's like, you are an animal that, like, speaks English and, like, has arms and legs. I think he should be like a guy that has mutated a bit and maybe has adapted to those things. But I feel like he needs a little bit more of a foot in the door of humanity than, like, King Shark does or something like that. Yeah,
I agree with that. Yeah. I always like the version with, like, the, like, lab coat over the crocodile.
Well, that's the lizard from Spider-Man.
Sorry, that's
from Spider-Man. That's
like,
Dr. Kurt Connors. Yeah,
I always think that's funny.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on.
Let's do it. So low energy.
I know. Well, leaving Facebook and heading over to Twitter.
That's Twitter.
And the question from Twitter is, I mean, I don't know who this is. This is JJ Martian. Why? You couldn't be talking about old John Jones Martian, could they?
That's a name I haven't heard.
I love that the way that they secret about who he is he just does JJ instead of shortening the thing that tells that he's not from Earth. I'll shorten my name to JJ Martian, and
he's
then nobody
Martian,
will know.
But there's probably more than one of them.
Yeah.
It couldn't be the same one. Yeah.
This one just goes. Martian. This one just goes dynamite.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
It's bad, but you can't pinpoint why it was bad.
I think we all just understand it in our souls, though. Yeah.
JJ Martian asks, who would you consider the strongest telepath in the DC universe? My shekels are on John being the most powerful. Why would you think that?
JJ. John. I've never seen them in the same room.
Interesting. Maybe they know each other.
We've talked about some different telepaths before. Who do you think is the apex telepath in DC?
I probably fucking oh my god, my brain literally is
I really enjoyed this.
Gorilla Boy.
Gorilla Grodd.
Yeah, Gorilla Grodd.
Right. I mean, Gorilla Grodd definitely has that telepathic ability. He sometimes wears that, like, that crown, kind of like the mental thing that can amplify his abilities. He's done that before. He's certainly a pretty strong telepath. I mean, JJ Martian, I think, is on a pretty easy to defend case with Martian Manhunter, John Johns. Brainiac's not really a telepath. He's a technopath. He can communicate with machines and stuff like that, but he doesn't really have any telepathic abilities. I would make an argument for Miss Martian that McGann is maybe stronger than Jean.
You've said that before.
I think we talked about it. I think we did an episode on telepaths, and we talked about Saturn Girl and Simon and some of these other characters. But I think really it's going to come down to one of the Martians, one of the more practiced ones. It really comes down, I think, to either Jean or McGann. Despero is up there too. A kind of classic Martian Manhunter adversary. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, let's leave Twitter. So crunchy. And head on over to Instagram. Now we're going to Instagram. Take some questions and answer them. Yeah. This question comes from Mahuzuthan.
Oh my god, sorry. That took so long to chew.
And you only got 4 more on the plate.
Oh, Christ almighty. How many do you have left?
More than 4. I've got 5.
Oh, shit. Okay.
And we only got 2 more questions.
We can do this.
I am running out of steam.
We can do this.
Oh, no.
You're checking your watch like it's changing anything.
What is wrong with me?
This feels like, you remember the first DocMas where we got to a certain episode and you just went quiet? You were too drunk to function, and we just didn't hear from you for like 2 episodes.
Oh, you mean the one where I left the room and got fucking spiked, and then I came back and just got obliterated?
Yeah, I mean, you can only spike a drink so much when it's in a little glass. I mean, kind of.
Yeah, when you're this weak of a man.
Well, we know that now.
Yes. But who's a...
I could have had a nugget in this time.
Try not to die from overeating nuggets.
Oh, little late for that.
Yeah.
Thanks for bobbing in for the 9th
That would have
episode.
been great before we started this.
I definitely put the questions in whichever episodes they were in.
Yeah, I know you did. And then he goes on to say... Anyway, here's my question. Which moment in DC, comics, and other media moved you the most? Have fun, boys.
Oh, wow. Do you have one that stands out to you? Doesn't mean moved to tears, but just one that really got to you.
On your left. Oh, wait.
I mean, not DC, but absolutely on your left.
Yeah. Oh, man. I mean, I find that the DC products, like comics are one thing, but I find a lot of the, like, media doesn't really go there very often. Like,
I think, I mean, it's not, certainly not on the level of, like, that on your left moment in Endgame. If I consider that, like, the holy shit, like, I'm got my hairs all standing up on end. I'm like, you know, so excited and trembly and stuff like that. If that's like a 10 on the scale, then I mean, maybe the next closest to me would be like Aquaman, you know, like calling all of like the sea creatures in that at the end of Aquaman, like in that final battle, like the music swells and that's like a pretty big moment. He's like becoming the character I love and he's wearing the costume that I know and all that kind of stuff. But that's probably like a 7 to an 8.
I would
like it's still not really operating on the same level. What I want it to be, and what it was not in the first movie of these, but I hope maybe the HBO show will get me there, is I want the moment to be someone saying the oath. The Green Lantern oath.
Yeah.
Like that Green Lantern movie with Ryan Reynolds just doesn't have the stakes, and it's too much of a visual mess, but I want it to be they're up against the wall, he's going to lose, and then, you know, it's the summoning his willpower, it's the like in brightest day, in blackest, like I want it to be that. I feel like that would be one that would get me there. Like if it was in like a Justice League movie and Superman's out or whatever, Green Lantern gets his moment and he says the oath and does something big or heroic, like that feels like that could be an on your left thing. I haven't seen it yet, but I want it to be that.
You know what I'd say would be is the end of the first season of The Flash, the finale.
Oh fuck yeah! Yes. Yeah, him like talking to his mom, and knowing that like him stopping himself from saving her,
you know, will kill her.
Yeah. Oh fuck. Yeah, you're right. That's a really good one. That first season of The Flash.
When I think about,
and then even like coming back, you know, and you know, he stops Reverse Flash, and you know, Reverse Flash. You could have had everything you wanted. He's like, already, dude. You go, oh my god, he's got friends and family.
Yeah, that was so good.
That is a pretty big one. Yeah, that's a good pick.
Yeah, I think that as good as the Watchmen show was, I don't think there was anything that moved me in any way.
I mean, maybe just generally that like Hooded Justice episode, but I can't.
Yeah, but
it's not like one moment, and I was like,
no, it's just like, God, that was good.
It's just the experience of the whole thing.
But it wasn't. Yeah, it was more of just like I valued it so much, but I don't think that it was like there was no like point to it where I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I don't know that DC has gotten me to the point where Endgame did. I mean, nor should it have. Endgame built for 11 years through like 24 big, like,
Yeah.
Endgame needed to get me there, or I wasn't going to
Continue.
like, I would have been like, what? Like, if it didn't deliver on those things.
DC tends to go more badass often than Marvel tries to go like emotional core, which is funny because the comics I feel like are very different.
Yeah, I mean, comics, there's some great, like, inspiring moments, but again, like, comics are a different experience for reading than a movie, right?
Yeah.
Like, movie, you get the music swelling, like, all of these things that can, like, psychologically get you in the headspace.
What about comics? What comes to mind?
Oh, God. Comics. I mean, one that it kind of... Maybe it's moving in like the opposite way, but I always come back to the moment in For the Man Who Has Everything in Superman Annual 11, where Superman gets free of the Black Mercy, and the Black Mercy is that plant that psychically puts you in your perfect dream. So to get out of it, you have to give up everything that like would make you happy. And Mongol traps Superman in that. Superman escapes it, and Mongol, like, they start fighting, and Mongol says something like, happy birthday, Kryptonian, I grant you oblivion, or something. And Superman just looks at him and his eyes glow and he goes, burn. And it's like it's like, it could be the moment that would lead to like an injustice or something like that, where you're like, you pushed Superman too far. That's fucked up. It isn't. Superman still stays true to himself, doesn't kill Mongol or anything, but it's like, it's that moment of like, oh, like, you fucked up by being too cruel to Superman. Like, if you were just regular villaining Superman, you would have fared better than this kind of psychological manipulation.
Up,
yeah, like, you've really, like, fucked him up. Yeah.
When I think, it's going to be very funny, and this is a bit of a sneak peek into our final episode.
Okay.
That comic got me emotionally.
Really?
Yeah.
The holiday one?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, have you read it before?
No.
And so you haven't finished it. This is a comic book that I have finished and you haven't. That's interesting. There's a part in it, I don't know if you got to it, but there's a part where it's Superman and Batman with like Superboy.
Yes.
And yeah, that ending is the one that got me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's a good one. That's a good story.
Yeah, we'll talk about it in the 12th episode. But that one, I was just like, maybe it's because I was reading at 1 a.m, but it was just like, oh, I was like, that's pretty sweet.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I don't hate this. All right, let's move on. Oh, I can't. I gotta bring my energy up for this one because it deserves more.
Okay.
Next question comes from Jack Stonewall.
Jack Stonewall.
That's right. Come on, you just give it more than that. His cum is mortar. It's Jack Stonewall.
Oh, God, Jack, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Jack.
I heard Jack Stonewall could eat 1,000 chicken nuggets in a day.
Yeah, Jack... no, I don't.
Yeah.
My brain is completely turned to mush. I thought of like 6 of those different Chuck Norris things at the same time, and I couldn't pick one. I was like, God, did the snake die from biting him, or did he push up the world down, or did he like... I couldn't fucking get there.
It's probably all those chicken nuggets you ate.
Oh my God. Some people think that Jack Stonewall released coronavirus. There's no joke there.
Oh.
I just want to
start a rumor.
I just like stoking
just a
conspiracies.
hurtful rumor.
Just like stoking conspiracy theories.
I think coronavirus created Jack Stonewall.
Yeah. Coronavirus is working on a vaccine against Jack
There
Stonewall.
it is. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. Yeah.
We got there. It only took us 10 minutes.
That's 10 minutes we wasted, which is great because I don't want to talk that much more.
Oh God, I still have 2 nugs.
I've got 3. Shut your mouth. Jack Stonewall asks whatever the fuck he wants.
Oh my God, ask anything.
Yeah.
We'll give it to you.
But I won't do that.
Oh, I won't do that.
What's great is that Milo's such a good guy.
Fuck you, man. Fuck you.
Just makes it easier to be a fan of him. Jack Stonewall asks, which rogue would make the greatest hero if given a chance or if their desire got fulfilled?
Yeah, I guess we kind of did one like this last episode.
Batman.
That was just a Batman
Yeah.
ones. Yeah. So this is just rogues in general.
I mean, my immediate thought is Captain Cold.
Yeah, I think like the Flash rogues, and specifically Captain Cold, are good picks because they're already like, they're really only like crooks.
Yeah.
Like it's not really like world domination or genocide or these like kind of big.
No.
It's like we want to knock over another bank, but the Flash keeps stopping us.
Yes.
You know. So yeah, I mean, given the chance, the opportunity, or they realize they're not fulfilled by that. Like, I think the rogues stand a good chance of A, coming to that realization, and B, the Flash would also accept their help, because that's the other thing that a villain has to overcome is, like, if they want to turn over a new leaf, there's always that inevitable, like, they've come up with against their hero, and they go, like, I don't trust you. Like, I got my eye on you. Like, it's that shit. But Flash, I think, would be like, I think Flash would give the benefit of the doubt and, let them try.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
God. It might be interesting to see a character who maybe traditionally has had like the evil personality kind of thing going on, like a Dr. Polaris or something like that. If you can either cure or help them with that, or they learn how to manage that, then Dr. Polaris, someone with this like magnetism power, can go back to being a scientist and create something that benefits the world. They can turn back and apply their science or their power to something, but without having to like sacrifice their life. It doesn't have to be that, but they can actually just put the work back into being like helpful. I think someone like that would make sense too. Yeah,
I feel like it's funny because Lex has been given the chance and they can't do it.
Yeah. I mean, Lex, we love to hate him. We do love a good turn for Lex. It's always interesting. But Lex is ultimately irredeemable because he will always put himself first. Push come to shove, even if he puts it aside for a little bit, or he plays the hero for a bit, or even if he believes it, ultimately, he will come back around too.
Because I think it goes back to that classic bad guy thing where they always think they're doing it for the right reasons, but then when he's actually confronted with doing the right thing and actually confronting whether he's doing it for the right reasons, he always ends up failing.
Yeah.
Just interesting, I think.
And it's such a human failing too, like there's those kind of moments or whatever where like Wonder Woman's got him in the lasso and he just says like, I'm jealous of Superman. It's like, yeah, I get it, but like, the rest of us aren't fucking burning down the multiverse.
Yeah.
Lex is such a great villain because of that. It's such a normal failing.
Normal.
It's normal.
All right. Well, that was the last question.
All right.
Time for everybody's favorite game. Called Can You Guess the Name of the Character?
All right, Stephen Hawking, how about we try this reading?
Based on how someone who doesn't read comic books can describe the character to you.
It's so that's like the knockoff version of Stephen Hawking's state-of-the-art like machine.
Yeah. I love Superman.
Lord. Okay. So you give your wife a picture of a DC character.
I give my wife fruit.
She doesn't read comics. She doesn't know who these characters are. And she comes up with clues based on the image that you show her. I've never seen the image.
Yeah. That's right.
I have to guess.
That's right. Okay. Oh my god. What am I going to? Nope. Yep. There it is.
I'm punching myself in the leg. It might not sound like that on the track.
I know it doesn't. All right. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
First clue.
Okay.
Ginger.
Barbara Gordon.
No.
Okay.
Next one. Comes with a bungee cord attached.
Bungee cord attached. Ginger. Elongated man?
No.
Okay.
Clue number 3.
Okay.
Are the tiny thigh-high arrowheads decorative, or do they have to fasten them to a stick every time they need one?
Thigh-high arrowheads have to fasten them to a stick every time they need one?
Yeah.
Bungee cord attached? And a ginger? Thigh-high arrowheads? What? Are they attached? God. I don't know. Javelin?
No.
I don't know.
Clue number 4.
Yeah. God, I'm so far away from this one.
One of the primary color versions of arrow.
I mean, is it Red Arrow? Or Arsenal?
It's Arsenal.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I was like, no.
What picture did you show? I'm trying to picture what these thigh-high arrowheads were. Oh, right, like the throwable.
Yeah.
Right. Gotcha.
I tried to explain to her that those were throwable, and she's like, no, those are arrowheads. I'm like,
yeah,
but they're throwable.
Right. Roy Harper, Arsenal, Red Arrow, whatever you want to call them, yeah.
The bungee cable.
Right, yeah, because it's like the grapple arrow or whatever, yeah. Very nice.
Yeah.
Good. I
Look at you.
Didn't completely futz it. That's good.
That's right. And, oh my god, I gotta eat 2 in the next...
You know, here, I'm going to do you a solid. I want you to catch up. I want you to eat your nuggets. So, that is our 9th episode of DocMas. We are, I think, now past the halfway point of nuggets.
I don't think I could do this.
There's 3 more episodes. We're going to see if we make it. But you can hit us up, send us questions. You know, obviously this is the end for these episodes are the last episodes for the year, but we're going to be picking back up in the new year with new episodes. You can always send questions. You can hit us up on Facebook and Instagram at Dr. DC Podcast, Twitter at Dr. DC, on Reddit at r/Dr_DC. That's our subreddit. Our website is drdcpodcast.com or .ca. Our email, drdcpodcast@gmail.com. You can give us a call on the doc phone. We love getting voice messages. It's 208-917-3238.
Or 208-917-DCEU if you're nasty.
You can come visit us on Patreon. Patreon.com/DrDC. We got 3
Emphasis
tiers.
on the pay.
Okay. Why did you go play in the corner?
Okay. Take a nugget.
We got 3 tiers. We got a $1 tier, a $5 tier, $7 tier. There's book discussions and bonus episodes, video episodes, and theme polls, and all sorts of fun extra stuff that we put up for DocMas as well. You get little video updates of us declining as as this day goes on, and it helps support us. You can send us reviews on iTunes or Facebook or anywhere else. We'll take those 5-star reviews. We love that. And if you want more of us and you think you might like Supernatural, go check out Ghostfacers, a Supernatural rewatch. We're rewatching every single episode of the show Supernatural and having a great time along the way.
If these chicken nuggets were Dean's, I'd eat them all day long.
I think even you couldn't take that much Dean.
Oh, I'd take every inch.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna grip this nugget tight and raise it to my mouth.
Which you also ironically call perdition.
Yep.
We're gonna wait for you to finish that.
Oh, don't wait.
No, we're gonna wait.
I'm so dry.
It needs to be during the episode that you finish this.
Oh, I'm gonna fill the time.
No. I just want this whole rest of this is just to you.
This is definitely the worst episode yet.
Yep, this is you just choking it down on Mike.
This is supposed to be behind the paywall.
Oh, yeah. I thought that's... No. Oh, shoot. Ciao, ciao. Ciao, 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 ciao.
Adios.
There it is. Whew. Good.
Heroes, they always fight for what is right. Live with danger and adventure, they are men of might.
This was a Brain Freeze podcast.
That was rough.
Ah!